Ali here at mindwavemeditation.com, and today we're going to talk about visualization. Visualization, you either do it or you don't. It's as simple as that, much like most things. And today I'm going to break it down into the what, the why, the how, and the when, so you really get a good understanding of visualization and how it can actually work for you and how it can really transform your life in so many ways. It's just so great. It's so great. That's why I'm doing a video. So whether it's your health, whether it's your wealth, whether it's success, or whether it's just a situation you really want to prepare yourself, maybe you're speaking in front of people or a number of things, watch this video. It's going to absolutely transform your life if you do it. See you on the other side. All right, we're going to dive right into it. Visualization. I've been using this technique for years, and for the first few years I didn't know what I was doing, and I tried lots of different techniques. It was all a bit of a chore, and it's only really in the last maybe couple of years when I've found my own personal technique which other people use. It's just really simple, and it works, and it really helps in so many ways. So I'm going to share you all that I know in a real brief summary and just break it down so you get a real good understanding of how this works and how it can work for you, so you can apply it to your life and really start to see changes. Like, we look into these subjects and we start reading and we watch videos and we take in all the information, and we might get an understanding of it on some level, an intellectual level, but very rarely do we really apply these things and actually try them out and see if they actually work for us. We just normally skip from one thing to the next, another teacher, another video, another course, another book. So in this video, I want you to take on what I'm saying. I want you to write notes and watch the video over and over again until you've really got it, and then start practicing it, and then let me know how it's going for you and all the amazing things that are happening, so you can share your experience with everybody else, and then everybody wins. Win or win. So we're going to jump straight into it. What is visualization? Visualization is a way to put yourself in an altered state so you can experience the end result of what you desire in the here and now. In normal terms, it's a way for you to practice feeling and appreciating what you do want. Why? We'll get to that in a second, but what is it? It's just basically a meditation. And if you meditate already, this is going to be a doddle. I don't think I've ever said doddle. If you don't meditate, I'm going to break it down and show you how to do it. And in the next video, we're actually going to do a guided visualization, so you really get this. So make sure to watch that too. But what is it? You know what it is. So let's dive into the why. Why visualize? Well, when you practice experiencing, living and breathing in the outcome of your desire, you are fully prepared for when it actually comes into your reality. Why do we need to prepare ourselves? Much like a athlete will mentally rehearse, I went straight to a toboggan then, the toboggan tracks, every single corner, maybe a racing driver, they'll play through in their mind over and over again, every turn, every kick, every whack. I'm not a sports person, as you can tell, but I apply this to music. I don't have a rehearsal space where I live, so I go for walks and practice the songs over and over again in my mind, and it feels like it sits into a groove. It creates a new neural pathway. It fits into a groove, so every time I go back to it, it's like I'm there. And when I go to the studio, it's just so easy. And I don't mean I'm a great singer, I mean the actual act of doing it is so easy, and I'm not in my head. I'm not thinking about what other people think, what the producer's thinking, or whether I can do it or not. I just have this strong belief, because I've done this so many times, that I know exactly what I'm doing. And then I feel I'm free to like jam and experiment. And if the producer says, I don't like that, can we try something else? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Because I've gone through it so much. And this is the same as an athlete would with the corners. When they're actually in that car and they're driving and they're going around those corners, they're physically prepared for that experience, because in a visualization they've smelt the tire, they've heard the crowd, they've experienced the rush so many times that when they actually come to doing it, they can really do it and be present. That is why we do this, so we can get out of our head and be present in whatever we're doing. So many athletes you hear about picturing the crowd and feeling it, because when they're in that game, you can practice basketball, let's say, and you can play with your friends, or you can play with your teammates if you're a professional, and there's no preparation for doing it on the court in front of all those people. Same with any kind of match or a gig if you're a musician, or any like competition you try and do where there's maybe cameras or judges or more people. You can't prepare for that until you're there. So with visualization, up here, we can mentally rehearse what we are going to be doing or what we are intending to do. So if you want to manifest money or success or health, even if it's a health issue, you know, we dive into the end results. We always dive to the end, and we think about how we act, how we feel, and how we think, and how we will be when we already have what we desire. So not only that, but when you practice over and over again, having and feeling and appreciating what you really, really, truly want and desire in life, then you propel yourself into a frequency, into a state of gratitude. Now, if you understand all this, you get all this stuff. But if you don't quite understand that, it simply means when you're grateful for something, you already have the thing that you want. So you're in a joyful, happy place, because you're just, you know, when things are going right, it's great. You know, you just feel good. So by doing this process, you are practicing feeling good. I don't look like this for no reason. I've been practicing feeling good for years. I've brainwashed myself for feeling good, because there was a time in my life when I did not feel good for a long stretch of time, and I could fake it in front of people, and I was like, hey, and I was happy and jolly, and like I was good fun to be around for the most part, but inside it was a completely different story. So I started practicing returning to those happy moments and visualizing it, and visualizing all that I wanted. Funnily enough, the things that I was visualizing got paused, and then I did this, and now I'm slowly starting to bring them back in. So it's funny how life works out. I didn't expect to be talking to my camera, putting this out to the world, but there you go. So when you practice this over and over and over again, you start getting out of that need and that want for the thing that you really, really want and need. Now, you know what it's like when, if you really, really need something, you really, really want something, it's not a great place it doesn't feel good, because you're almost like, or begging for it. It's like, it just doesn't feel right. When you really, really need something to happen, you're in a fearful state, you're in a lack mentality, because you don't have it. So although you really, really want it, you've got to kind of, you know, it's a bit of a balance, and it never works. So if you follow what we've been talking about on the law of attraction, or you know this stuff, you know that the lower frequencies of want and need, that kind of state of being, actually repels what you're trying to attract, because as we know, like attracts like. So if you're in a bad mood, you attract more of those thoughts, in layman's terms. If you're thinking bad thoughts, you start thinking more bad thoughts. It's a downward spiral. It's a domino effect going down. If you're thinking good thoughts, you think more good thoughts. If you're a happy person thinking good thoughts and doing good things, you attract more people on that same vibration, like a magnet, who are also thinking good things, doing good things and being happy people. I know this to be true in my life because I cut out a lot of the bad people or the negative people, and I chopped off that vibration. I didn't want that vibration in my life anymore. And I make lots of videos to help those people if they find them. You know, I'm not just wandering around only speaking to happy people. But I can't help but notice, since I've attracted lots of amazing people into my life, lots of extraordinary, happy, talented, awesome people. So this is the way it goes. You know, decide before you go into this stuff, am I going to live my life as an optimist or a pessimist? And even if you are a pessimist and this sort of stuff makes you or you're a bit cynical, why not try for an experiment for a day, a week, a month, and just to live like that and just see what happens. You don't have to change your beliefs, just see what the other side of the coin is like. Because I've been on both sides of the coin, and having been on both sides of the coin, I can wholeheartedly say that one of them feels better than the other. So the law of attraction clearly states that like attracts like. So, you know, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. It's not necessarily a conscious thing for either side. But if you're born into money, you will naturally be thinking money-making thoughts. If you're really poor, you will probably hate the rich, and you'll be thinking more lack mentality, poor money mindset thoughts. And it's not a good thing, a bad thing, or, you know, a right or wrong. It's what is. It's like the law of gravity. It just is. And you can experience this when someone walks into the room and they're seriously depressed. You can feel it. And, you know, you don't have to believe in this stuff. Just practice it for yourself. That's all I ask, always. That's all I ever do. I am not cynical, but I'm skeptical. And I go into everything with a skeptical mind, being open to be proven wrong. And that way, every time I test something, I go, well, it worked for me, and then I replicate it until I truly believe it, and then I'll share it. And that's how I like to work. So join me on the how. All right, how? How do we do it? So choose one desire. This is where so many people go wrong. They think about all the things that they want, and then they go, the law of attraction doesn't work for me. I've been thinking about I don't know what that voice is. Been thinking about 10 different things, and none of them have happened. How about you concentrate on one thing only until completion, and practice it until completion, whether that's a hobby or anything. It helps put something into one channel, and you're more likely to experience manifesting that, instead of splitting your attention between 5 different things that you want. You know, it makes it just more difficult for you to actually physically make those things happen, or the universe to align with you and get you what you desire. So if you do have 5 things, just decide to put one in front of the other. And I won't concentrate on this thing until I've nailed this thing, or until I feel like I want to change my mind, at least. So before you do this, it's really helpful to be visualizing or wanting something that you're really, really passionate about, because the secret to the magic recipe, if you will, is feeling. Feeling is the ignition. It's the amplifier. You know, we need the intention, we need the feeling, we need to go into this meditative state I'm going to tell you about in a second, and then we just need to put out the action. So they're really the big 4. Intention, imagination, feeling, amplify the picture of that intention, in your meditative state, when you're out of mind. And then the before is to put out as much action as possible in the physical world, in your 3D reality, to make that thing happen. That's really then just repeat, 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 repeat. So if you don't already have your passion, your purpose in life, click the link below to dare to discover. This is the mini course I created, which I absolutely love and adore, and I use it over and over again. And I've just redone it, and that's why I'm really, really happy, because I've redefined what I actually want. You go through what you really want, what you need to do, be and have, and create a bucket list of win, and it shows you how, and it talks about it all. Oh, it's just absolutely lovely. I love it, and my students love it too. So click the link below if you haven't got that, and you really, really want to define your purpose and your vision in life. That's going to massively help. Okay, so you've got your vision, you've got your purpose. This is the hard thing. What we've really, really got to do, and this is the hardest one of all, is to commit wholeheartedly to making that happen. You pull out all the stops, you create the action, you get the job done. You just, one life and all that, 10x, just go in full ninja monk mode, get the job done. The kicker, and this is where most people will never manifest what they want, is to let go of the outcome, to detach from the outcome. So it's a paradox. You have to commit wholeheartedly to making the thing happen, whatever it is for you, health, wealth, success, whatever, but then let go of the end result. Let go of whether or not it happens or not. Let go of, because that's where the need and the want comes in. When we're trying and we're constantly like, that kind of, is it here yet? We are in a state of wanting. So this wanting state is suggesting to ourselves, our subconscious mind, which doesn't know whether reality is real or not, and the universe, if you want to go further, this wanting and needing is suggesting that you don't have what you desire. So by the law of attraction, you will get more of that. You'll get more wanting. You'll always be in this, oh, it's nearly here, and then it never comes. So what we've got to do is we've got to visualize the end results, get out of this wanting and needing, and start believing it to be real, right here, right now. And although that's not necessarily true, and it's not necessarily real, it is nonsense in a way. You have to get out of sense to get into this state of being. And when you're in this state of being, by amplifying the feeling of gratitude for already having it and feeling joyful for already having it, you are more likely to attract that into your life, because you're in this state. That's the magnet. That's the magnet of gratitude will bring you what you desire. But in normal terms, in layman's terms, because you're committing to the action of getting the job done, you are more likely to bring it to you. So whether this is all a load of crap to you or not, it works both ways in my opinion, because you put out the action regardless, therefore cause and effect, the outcome is more likely to come. If you're just sat in your room visualizing all day and doing no action, good luck. So ultimately we need to surrender to the outcome. Just let it be. And the way I get around this is like, but I really want the music to be heard by lots, and I really want the courses to be connected to the people that want to get, I really want it. How can I get out of the want when I really, really want it? The way you get out of the want is just to do it, live it, just crack on with life, get the job done. It's the feeling and the replaying of the wanting and needing that we can get rid of and exchange for gratitude for already having. And if you just keep committing to your goal, the surrender part of letting the dream go is easy. I let my music dream go to concentrate on this, knowing that I was going to come back to it. I knew it wasn't what I could do right now, but I knew I was going to come back to it. So that was me letting go. And the moment I let go of not needing and wanting it to happen, I formed a new band, and put out some songs that I really, really love, and it's the best version of a band I've ever been in for me. So, you know, this stuff just writes itself. Let go of the thing that you're craving and needing, and it's probably more likely to come to you. Here we go. There's 2 ways to do this, and they're both really, really powerful, and I would suggest doing them both, of course, because I'm crazy like that. No, I like to just try it all and just do it all. So the way we can break this down is 1, sitting in meditation or laying down. Relax your face, relax your jaw, go through all that sort of stuff. Scan the body up and down, breathe, connect to your breath through your nose. You can breathe in, you can breathe out. Really just relax yourself. Make the room as dark as possible. Make sure no one's going to disturb you. Make sure your notifications are off. Do the whole thing. Rest. But what you want to do is do this for no more than 3 to 5 minutes. That's always good news. This doesn't have to be a massive lengthy process. This is short and sweet because we know our attention goes all over the place after a few minutes. We just start daydreaming. This is focused intention. This is focused mental rehearsal. This is, you know, we're not messing around now. We're working. This is self-work. And the self-work is really, really fun if you do it in small chunks, commit to it wholeheartedly, and then let go. So we relax, we make the room dark, we breathe, we get all relaxed and all the rest of it, and then the work begins. What we do is we create a scene in our mind. Whatever it is we're working on, health, wealth, success, situation, whatever, picture the end result of what that looks like. So first of all, go to what you want, what you do want, and crystallize that in your mind however you can. So if it's a crowd, you might like hear the crowd. If it's a car you want, feel the wheel. If it's a million other examples, just think of what it is that you want right now and hold in your mind the picture of what that looks like to you and bring all your senses into the equation. So create literally a scene in your mind for that specific thing you want to manifest into your life. You don't have to imagine the hows, like how it's going to happen. Just imagine whatever you can imagine from getting here to here. So what we're going to do in the visualization is for the first minute, just imagine where you are right now, feeling like you have it already, and move into this scene. All right, so I want you to create a scene in your mind, whatever it is that you want to manifest. Health, wealth, success. Take yourself to the end result. Picture yourself already having what you desire. Bring all your senses into the equation. If you want a car, feel that wheel, hear the exhaust. You know, don't imagine looking at the car, imagine being in it and driving it. If you're an athlete, imagine the crowd, the feeling, the sweat, the adrenaline. If you're a musician and it's a certain gig you want to play, imagine the crowd looking down at your instrument. Look through your eyes. Never look through someone else's eyes at you. This is you. This is you rehearsing what it is to feel that already. It's not like watching a movie. You are putting yourself in that position, so you are preparing yourself for when you actually have that experience. So get practicing this scene, whatever that scene is. And what I want you to do is play that scene in your mind, no longer than 10 to 15 second scene, and then go to the beginning, and then play it again. And then go to the beginning, and then play it again, and play it over and over and over again for 3 to 5 minutes. And what we're going to do is every time we play it over and over again, we're going to amplify the feeling of the experience. We're going to amplify the love, the gratitude, and the joy you're going to feel when you've achieved this thing that you want to achieve, what it actually feels like. What does it feel like to already have that thing? How do you feel? How do you act? What do you look like? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking when you've experienced the thing that you desire? Option number 2 is to workshop your visualization. Simply go into a meditation and allow yourself to simply workshop what it is you're trying to picture. So maybe if you're not very good at creating visuals and you're not very good at imagining things, allow this time to just get used to it. This is a practice. It's, you know, I was never a very visual person, so this was really difficult for me. I'm more of a feeling person. I never quite pictured things. So what I used to do is I used to go and have a steam and think about music, and then have a sauna and think about Mindwave. And it was like my two portals. I used to be sat there in a steam room and people start chatting and I'd be thinking, I'm trying to imagine Glastonbury here, mate. You know, like, you know, come out of my visualization where I'm imagining the crowd and playing these songs and feeling amazing, and someone's like, all right, pal, I haven't seen you here in a while. That's on me, because I've chosen to do my visualization in public. But simply go into this meditation and do it at a time when you feel good. You never want to be doing this when you're in a negative feeling. If you have to, I understand, but if you don't have to, it's so much more beneficial if you do this when you're feeling good. I forgot the light. So look at that, ta-da! So do this whenever you can, 15 minutes of your time. Allow your mind to quiet, just feel the breath and just tune into the vision of what you do want, and start playing around with it and enjoy it. So allow your mind to go where it wants to go, work out what it needs to work out, allow you to bring in what you need to be thinking about, what you're trying to picture, and have fun with this, and do this as often as you can. So when do you do your visualization practice? Whenever you can. The more effort you put into all this stuff, the more you receive, the more smiley you get, the more happy you are, the more you are more likely to manifest into your reality what you truly desire. So take this stuff seriously. Do it like it's part of your life. I did, and it's working out for me more often than not. So the 3 to 5 minute one, do it every day. I do mine Monday to Friday. I take the weekends off. It's 3 minutes. I do it for 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes in total, you know, between getting ready and coming out of it. 5 minutes of your life every day to practice having what you really desire. And then the portal, the workshop version, I do that at the weekends, leisurely, or sometimes during the week as well. The perfect time to do this is first thing in the morning and last thing at night. We have 2 windows. It's the hypnagogic state that we're in, and it's that moment where you're coming out of your dream state into your waking life, or from your waking life into your dream state. And this is the time when the subconscious mind is able to process this so much better than any other time, because we're not distracted by the day, basically. So use these portals of time to your advantage. This is really the key to having a successful visualization. So try it out for yourself. Let me know down below and tell me all about your experiences, and share all of your wisdom, and keep watching this. Get all of these notes done, get it in there, practice, 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 and I cannot wait to hear about all of your winnings, all of your awesomeness. And the next video, we're going to practice this together and go through a guided thing. So super excited about that. So I'll see you on the other side. Sending love, hope you're well, and well, yeah, I'll see you in a bit.